have a couple of goals from your D so far in the playoffs. Do you need to see them? I don't know. You can't just say generate a bit more, but do you need to see them joining the rush, get up the ice a little bit more?
I think that there's opportunity to do that. You're right. That's down. I always say the playoffs is, you hope it's a long road and that things work their way out and catch up. But I think contributions from the back end were a big part of our success in the regular season. In the offensive zone, I think, especially the first two series, they were trying to move, trying to get involved. The winning goal where Lindy takes it around the net, like that movement and motion. But definitely finding more pucks to the net, lanes to the net on the backside of a rush, that type of thing. Yeah, I think that can help with production.
Peter, we've talked about how well this team has done in terms of responding and making the adjustments. What about this group has made them so receptive to those sorts of adjustments from game to game, especially against the same opponent?
I heard some of the comments from them last night. I think accountability, not from me, although that, I can help, but from them, and realizing that maybe it's not the way we want to play or wasn't as clean as we would like. I mean, it's, you go back and look at the chances, it's kind of an even game. Like the whole thing's kind of even. It sits around the 50% mark, but I just look at some of the crispness and the execution and the skating and the movements and the coverage. Not a lot, but there's just things that I felt like we could have done better, that maybe could have pushed it in our direction. We had a lot of chances to score. I think we hit the post 3 times, and a lot of point-blank chances. There's a couple on the power play backdoor nets that were empty. Wenberg had a chance. Laugh hit the post in the slot, 2 breakaways, and so there's opportunities where could have scored that 1 goal, and it didn't go. And so execution on how we move out of the zone or through the neutral zone, execution on the details of finishing, and just things that maybe you find a goal, you find 1 goal or 2 goals, 1 goal, push it to overtime, 2 goals, you win it in regulation. So just small things that we can do better.
Peter, based off of what you expected going into the series and now after game 1, are you talking, are there necessary adjustments to your game that you have to make based off what Florida does, or is it more just, hey, we just need to do what we do better?
Yeah, I don't think it was that. Like I said, it's that game's hanging around in the 50-50 market for a long time, and they scored the 1 goal off the rush, and that held all the way through the game. And I don't feel like we were under siege. I don't feel like we were real vulnerable at times defensively. And conversely, like I just mentioned, I thought that there was things that we could have done better. There was adjustments that we made in the Carolina series systematically, because I didn't like what I was seeing. I didn't like how it was coming at us, and so we changed. We changed parts of our game, big parts of our game, to try and make up for that. But I didn't feel like it was that last night. I feel like it's on us to play a better game inside of how we go about our business on the ice.
Peter, in the second period last night, down a goal, you started moving some bodies around and changing up the lines and stuff. I know you're not going to talk about lineups, but is that an option for tomorrow to maybe move some bodies around and maybe have some different looks in terms of what your forward lines look like?
It's an option. I mean, we're halfway through the game. We had 9 shots on net, so we didn't do a very good job at that point into generating a lot of quality chances. There were some. The breakaways, I think it happened at that point. But the second period went real quiet with chances. There's a few on each side. And so, you're looking at the game, and we're just not generating and penetrating the way we wanted to in the second period. And so, oftentimes this year I've taken a couple players and I've double shifted them. And when you're double shifting to, move players around, the other players are going into different places. And so it was just to try and find some sort of jump or spark, or oftentimes through the course of the year when we've made that move and we've double shifted somebody, it's produced a goal, or it's changed the game, or it's changed the momentum of a game. And I do think we pushed a little bit in the third period. I think we gave up a little bit too much as well, but I do think we generated our best chances in the third, short of the 2 breakaways.
Is it a feel thing for you, or experience for you? When you look at one game, you say, well, it's one game, but it could be 25% of the series. So, when is one game only one game, and when does one game merit a response?
Well, the second part of that would probably be on a Game 7, right? That one game thing on a Game 7 might not be a good thing. It was, I think through the course of the series, you're gonna, at this point, you're probably gonna lose a game. And unlikely that either series will go 4-0, but you never know. That could be for Florida, us, or the other two teams in the series, just with the teams that are in there. I definitely would have rather have won the game last night. That didn't happen. And so now, like I said it last night, the focus shifts to Game 2 for us. And that's all we can control. You're right about your math. You have 7 games to win 4, and now we have 6 games to win 4. And so it was better at 7 and 4. Can we win tomorrow night? I definitely believe we can win tomorrow night. And so that goes back to us taking care of things today and having some meetings and talking and those small adjustments and getting our game a little bit back in order to what we're comfortable with and what we're happy with. And then we just focus on that one game, and then from there, you got to move on from that one. And once that one's over, we'll focus on Game 3. I understand what you're saying, and it is what it is. It happened. It's over, and now the only thing we can do is focus on today, and then ultimately focus on tomorrow.
Do 2 more, Dan, and then JF.
Peter, it was really in like the last second. Phil took a big hit from Mikkola. 2-part. A, how is he doing today? B, did you need to see a response after that hit?
So there was a few big hits in the game last night. I mean, like I said, I didn't find it as a game that had a lot of extracurricular activity after the whistle. It was between the whistles. They got some good licks on us. I thought we got some good licks on them. For me, I want to make sure that we're playing the game the right way and doing the right things and giving ourselves our best chance to be successful inside the game. Would I like a little bit more physicality? Sure. But as far as, what we do, we're going to focus on the game and play the game. And with regard to our lineup, we don't have anything to report at this point.
Last one, JF.
Peter, knowing the character of Alexis Lafrenière, what could you expect from him in Game 2 after that unfortunate play at the end of Game 1?
That was a tough bounce. I mean, he's defending. That's not what I'm talking about with the execution. He's trying to defend a player. A puck goes to the net. That to me is a little bit of a fluke more than anything. He's been a real solid player for us for the entire year. We'll get past that, and he'll be ready for tomorrow. So, to the question about our response and being able to respond, from the game itself, I think Alex can take it and he said, okay, how can I be better from there? But that particular incident that you're talking about, that was just something kind of fluky that happened inside of the game. Thank you, guys.